tropical and savanna climate is one of the locations with the most prevalence of venomous snakes. They are agile and can easily hide among leaves, rocks, and woods. Generally, snakes feed on small rodents, but some types of snakes manage to feed on frogs, lizards, and even birds. They only attack humans and large mammals when there's a shortage of food or when they feel threatened by it. It's an instinctive defense. When their habitat is invaded, venomous snakes bite and inject their venom, bringing serious consequences to victims. See in this top 10 information, photos, and name of the most venomous snakes in the world. Follow Daniel Su now. Number 10. The king cobra is the longest venomous snake in the world, with records of up to 5.85 meters. Despite the resemblance, it is not a subgenre of cobra. It has a narrow and longer hood. The snake is found throughout most of Asia, particularly in India, where it is the national reptile. In India, it is common for snake charmers to defy life with king cobras without removing venoms or fangs. And it was in this cultural activity that many accidents were recorded. The mortality rate is about 50% to 60% if antidote is not treated. There are hospital records reporting 10 deaths out of 35 patients received from cobra ray bites. Toxicological studies report a lethal dose of the venom of 1.93 milligrams per kilogram. A little high compared to the other snakes in this selection, but the king cobra is a species that prefers to kill with just one bite. It delivers a high amount of venom per bite, somewhere between 200 to 500 milligrams, average 420 milligrams. If you consider all the venom it yields, 1 milliliter maximum, it can kill 11 adult humans or 45,830 rats. That would be enough to kill an elephant in a few hours. 9. The death cobra, which would be a species found only in Australia and also in New Guinea. It is a highly venomous snake with a 50 to 60% mortality rate if left untreated. Unlike other snakes, they do not distance themselves from humans and are reluctant to bite unless touched. If this occurs, the victim will meet the fastest boat among all snake species in Australia. She is able to attack, sting, and poison her victim and return to her starting position in less than 0.15 seconds. Standard rat studies for toxology indicate that the lethal dose is 0.4 milligrams per kilogram. To identify it, it is necessary to know the vipers, since they are quite similar, since they have a triangular-shaped head and a small, flattened body. 8. Russell viper, D. russelli. The eighth snake that is considered to be one of the most venomous in the world would be the viper, which can be found almost all over the world. Its appearance does not hide its aggressiveness. It is one of the most dangerous in its habitat, being able to find two types, the serrated viper and also the Russell's viper. She is responsible for one of the most painful bites of all venomous snakes and is also responsible for the death of 25,000 Indians a year. This is due to the high toxicity of its venom. In rat studies, its lethal dose is only 0.162 milligrams per kilogram, but on average each adult viper yields up to 268 milligrams of venom. That would be enough to kill 22 humans or 88,211 mice. It is a fast snake and usually acts at night. She has a triangular head and a flatter body. Its colors are more earthy, that is, beige, brown, among others of similar tone, making it easy to hide. 7th Philippine snake, Naja philippinensis. The 7th among the most venomous snakes is a species of Naja, specifically, the type of spitting cobra that comes from the northern Philippines, to which its venom would be the most terrible of all snakes of Naja species, as it still has the ability to spit it out about 3 meters away. The spit venom does not cause any harm when it reaches the skin of the human being, but if it reaches the eyes, it can cause blindness, chemosis, and swelling of the cornea. They are able to inject their venom through the bites as well. According to most toxicological studies, the average lethal dose is 0.20 milligrams per kilogram, but the average amount injected in each bite is 90 to 100 milligrams, After the bite, it is common for victims to present respiratory paralysis, and if untreated, in the most serious cases, within 30 minutes the victim cannot breathe. The cobra, so you can identify it, is a snake with a comma head, and it also has earthy colors. Sixth tiger serpent, Notechis spp. The sixth snake to be mentioned is the tiger serpent, which can be found in Australia and has a very potent venom, which can lead an adult to death in up to 30 minutes. Despite this, she is a snake that when seen, has the habit of running away. However, when feeling threatened, she can attack with ease. Its venom has potent neurotoxins, coagulants, hemolysins, and myotoxins. The mortality rate from untreated bites is around 40 to 60%. After the bite, it is common for the victim to complain of numbness, sweating, pain, breathing difficulties, and paralysis. To identify it, this is a snake with a triangular head, quite thick, and with a black and yellow color variation. Number 5. Black mamba. The fifth snake would be the black mamba, which can be found mainly on the African continent, where they are quite aggressive with dozens of cases of deadly attacks. It is the most feared and dangerous snake in Africa, with a reputation for being fierce. In fact, it is the fastest land snake in the world, reaching speeds of up to 5.4 meters per second, 20 kilometers per hour. But the worst is in its venom. It produces the fastest acting venom of any snake species, as black mamba venom is a low molecular weight protein, spreading rapidly through bitten tissue. His attacks are extremely fast and accurate. There is no possibility for her to sting her victim and not inject her venom. It usually attacks its victim when it tries to get away and run, taking advantage of its great speed. They are extremely territorial snakes that move quickly through vegetation. It is a snake with a large head and a small, thin body, and its mouth and tongue are black, hence its name. Number 4. Common taipan, Oxyuranus scutulatus. Among the most venomous snakes would be the common taipan, easily found in Australia. It has a potent hemotoxic venom, which makes the blood liquefy, destroying blood cells, and internal bleeding can occur. In studies, it was found that it has a lethal dose of only 0.106 milligrams per kilogram, but on average its bites contain 120 milligrams. The maximum record is 400 milligrams. It has enough venom to kill 56 adults and 208,019 rats. She is known to only inject high and lethal doses. This provides a much quicker death compared to other venomous snakes. It takes very fast care to survive the taipan bites. If untreated, the mortality rate is 100% within 30 minutes to 2.5 hours, depending on the amount of venom injected. After the bite, the victim may experience headache, nausea, collapse, convulsions, paralysis, internal bleeding, myolysis, and kidney damage. The snake's head has a flat appearance and is also quite long. It also has wide-set eyes and has a variation of colors since its base is more greenish. Number 3. Malaysian kite, Bungarus candidus. The third snake that is considered to be the most venomous in the world would be the Malaysian kite, Bungarus candidus. It can be found throughout Southeast Asia and Indonesia, but no one would want to locate it, as 50% of this snake's bites are fatal, even with administration of anti-venom serums. If untreated, the fatality rate is between 60 to 70%. Even if you survive, there may be sequelae. The The bites can cause moderate to severe flaccid paralysis and respiratory failure. Administration of the antidote can prevent the paralysis from getting worse, but it cannot reverse the paralysis that is already present. Crite kills and also hunts other snakes, even those of the same species. She is a snake with a black head and a black and white body. They are commonly found in Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. Number 2. Brown snake, Pseudonaga textilis. The second among the most venomous snakes would be the brown snake, found mainly in Australia. It is the snake that kills the most in the country due to the high toxicity of its venom. She is so dangerous that even her young can kill a human with just a drop of her venom. In tests, the lethal dose is only 0.03 milligrams per kilogram, but each snake can inject 5 to 10 milligrams in each bite. The maximum yield of a brown snake is up to 155 milligrams. That would be capable of killing up to 58 adult humans or 212,329 mice. She moves quickly and is quite aggressive. She is always remembered for her bad temper. Number 1 in the world, yellow-bellied snake, internal taipan. By far without a doubt, this is the most venomous snake on the planet, is the yellow-bellied snake, or also called the inland taipan, Oxyuranus microlepidotu, commonly found in Australia. She is the most toxic venom land snake in the world. She would be 100 times more venomous than the rattlesnake. In tests, the lethal dose of taipan venom was proven to be only 0.01 milligrams per kilogram. If it uses all its 110 milligrams venom, it is capable of killing 1,085,000 rats or 289 adult humans. Its bite can cause respiratory paralysis, leading to death within 45 minutes. Despite the long history of people killed by the snake bite, with prompt administration of the antidote and care, it is possible that the victim will survive, but will have a long hospital stay under observation.